Our first kind of dipping our toe into real estate was actually back in 2018. So we've kind of always been around it. Summers, my father-in-law, he has a real estate company. They do everything from multifamily, commercial, retail, development projects, kind of all over the country. And so he's always been a huge proponent with the kids of, hey, let's start looking at this. Even if you're not doing this full time, to kind of have real estate on the side that's throwing off passive income that you can kind of continue to build on. Let's do it. And so back in 2018, we actually went through the process of purchasing a 24 unit apartment complex in Fremont, Nebraska. And so that was really my first experience going through, hey, how do we underwrite? How do we do all the due diligence? I've got a background in that kind of stuff, so I felt comfortable doing it. But, how do we make sure that this is going to, one, we're buying at the right price, but two, we really have a solid plan for what we want to do with this property, how long we want to hold it. And so we, kind of dipped our toe into that in 2018 and then actually just exited that about 2 months ago.
Wow. I'd love to hear from you in a minute, like how'd that turn out? Was it, I can imagine doing an apartment complex for the first time. If I did it, could probably crash and burn, but I'd love to hear how it panned out. But Steve, you've been investing in real estate for a long time. Have you found that it's common for someone's first dipping their toe into the water, that they're jumping in the multifamily arena, or are they usually going residential? Like, what's your experience with people's first step into real estate?
Usually what they do is they'll buy a single family rental home and then become the landlord, the maintenance man, the person that gets the calls at midnight or 2:00 in the morning. And some of, if they've got it figured out, they'll may buy a couple more single families. But after a while, they find out that, it's not probably the easiest and best way. And then they'll switch over to multifamily at a much larger scale, either a 4-plex or an 8-plex. But that's, for all the work and effort, going to multifamily is the best way to go rather than going to single family homes.